Hi friends, welcome to Following Alex. Hi, it's me, here I am. Today we're going to talk about a digital declutter. I'm going to tell you why you should do it. I'm also going to show you how you should do it. I'm not just going to say like clean up your computer and your emails. I'm actually going to give you some tips, tricks, advice, and put some things into perspective for you. First, I want to say that doing a digital declutter is so important. You really should try to do it regularly, but if you're like me, I usually let things get out of hand and then I have to do a major one. And it's not something like, unless you really want to commit a full day to it, which I don't really recommend, it's going to take a lot of time. So my recommendation is to either make a plan, so use what I'm going to tell you as a checklist, and do a little bit a day, a little bit a week. Do it over a couple months if you have to. Like, it doesn't have to be a rush job, but once you get it done, try to use this checklist regularly. Like, I'm going to do it. Like, this is my end of year digital declutter. I'm going to try to do it monthly. Monthly? You heard it here first. So a lot of us are on the digital space a lot. Even if you're not like a creator or working online, like you probably have a lot of emails, you probably have a lot of files, you probably have a lot of photos on your phone. It needs to be cleaned up. And I'm going to give you a few tips and tricks and let you know what to do. The obvious one is to clean up your emails. I think we should make sure that we emphasize how important this is, because cleaning up your emails, you don't know what you're missing. You don't know what you haven't responded to. My emails are crazy. And it's also intrusive. Like, if you have so many subscriptions, you should not be subscribed to all these things, like trying to sell you stuff or trying to tell you stuff, or also fearmonger sales. Like, I hate when people use these little headlines, like the little subjects that are just like, why would you say that? When you're cleaning it up, take the time to unsubscribe, because if you just start deleting, it will just go back. Like, you won't actually make any progress. You'll just set yourself up to be in the same spot in a little while. So what I recommend doing, if you see an email from someone that you don't want to receive emails from anymore, search their email so all of their emails come up. Click one. So the first thing you do is click it, unsubscribe from them. Go back to where you now see all the emails from them, and then click delete all. That should solve your problems. Now, if you have a lot of emails or you're on a lot of lists, this will take time. You might not get it in the first go at it. But once you get the bulk of it deleted, as you're getting emails, you'll be a little bit more mindful about where you're putting your email out. And it kind of sucks because anywhere you sign up, if you buy something or do something or use something or read something, people try to get you on their email list. And a lot of people have a checkbox that you can check. Sometimes it's automatically checked to receive their newsletter. Be a little bit more mindful about checking this. Only check if you want it, and then also reevaluate every time you're getting these emails. Are you opening them? Does it serve you? Do you want it? Things like that. If you have any hard drives, cloud drives, like I have hard drives, I have USBs, and I have a Google Drive, organize them. Right now, all of my projects and freelancing work are just all jumbled across things, and it makes it really hard. Like, I'm also using Dropbox and Google Drive, paying for both. Why? So I'm going to organize it. I have two of these hard drives. One of them is going to be for my tea trees and trails, which is like my environmental project, and one will be Following Alex, my brand, things like that. And then Google Drives, I'm probably going to stick that to be my like freelancing business, because if I have to ever share files or get them very quickly, they're right there. Because when it comes to my projects, they're a lot more personal, so I always take them with me. I know when I'm gonna do them. It doesn't really come up unexpectedly. That is something you should do. I neglect this a lot. And also think about any apps you use that you're also saving a lot of information on. For example, I use Canva for so much. I have so many files on there, it's ridiculous. Now, it is a lot of work to go through and delete it, but for me, because I also use templates and I go back a lot and refer to old ones, I should at least put them in folders so they're organized. This one, don't know if it's as obvious, but your bookmark bar. If you bookmark a bunch of stuff, and some people don't, which is fine, but if you do, there's a reason you did it, so don't just go through it and be like delete, 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 delete. I actually have like a brain dump Notion or a notes app, or even just paper. Like, you can pick what you want, and things you saved and why. If it's like an idea for something in the future, if it's something you want to check out, if it's just something cool, write that down and just put the link there. If you want to keep it within your bookmarks bar, like you don't want to do that much separation, you can create folders in your bookmark bar. So I'm actually going to create ones for my projects, and then I'll probably have one that's like, look into this, ideas, learn, so that like I have everything kind of organized. But then you also have to make the conscious effort to go back and use these. So if this is not like apps or websites you're using daily, but things you want to check out and things you want to try or courses you want to do, things like that, make time to go back and actually go into them. Is this something you actually want to do? Make time for it, because you can have great ideas, you can have great plans. If you never actually do anything with it, then what is it? Computer cleanup. If you have a computer with files everywhere, if they're important files, put them on a hard drive or a cloud drive ASAP, because you never know when that computer is going to give out. And listen, it doesn't always give you warning signs. One day it's just like, bye, and then what? Then what? So definitely organize them, delete things you don't need, empty your trash bins. If you're like me and you film videos or you make content, I have like so many clips from bigger videos that I made forever ago. I need to go through them. Am I going to use any of them for shorts? If yes, save a copy as a short. If not, delete. I need to make space for new ideas. Right now I don't, and it's just like a tedious task I keep putting off. It's really important to do a phone digital declutter, especially because a lot of people are just on their phones. One thing I'm gonna comment is, if you're like me and you screenshot things, like how I have a bookmarks bar, that's how I treat screenshots. Like if I like something, or I want to try something, or I want to recreate something, or I'm inspired by something, I screenshot it. I need to actually go through those things, make note of it somewhere, to either check it out, or maybe that idea has passed by and I'm no longer interested. But go through it. Don't just delete, because there's probably something, like even your notes app, like if you're leaving a bunch of notes for yourself, why did you leave them in the first place? Was it an idea? Was it something you wanted to revisit? Don't neglect it. Digital declutter doesn't mean trash everything. It's not like get rid of everything. It's also organize. So don't let those things get lost, but don't neglect them, because my excuse is, oh, I might need it in the future, so I'll just do it next time. And now I have so many screenshots, and I need to get caught up on that. So definitely go through your photos. I actually have iCloud, whatever it is with Apple. It's not very expensive. It makes a big difference, but you can also upload it to a hard drive, Google Drive, or your computer, whatever you want to do. But yeah. Also go through your text messages, delete them. I've noticed a lot of brands are sending out texts now for sales. I don't know how I got wrapped up in that, but like I have 20 something texts in my phone right now, which is just like brands. And I'm like, how? I don't want this. You send me emails, I don't need a text. So I need to go through that. You know, those are the biggest things. I also like to organize my home screens, just because I'm using it so much. I want it to be organized and clean. So if I download a bunch of apps that I was like, I'm going to use this all the time, and I don't, just take it off your home screen. You don't even have to delete the app, because you can go search for it. But if you remove it from your home screen, at least it's a little bit cleaner. When you need to use your phone, it's less hectic, it's less overwhelming. And finally, the last thing that I want to recommend you do, that I need to learn how to do because I don't want to do it individually. If I find some way to do it, I'll show it here, but I want to find all the accounts that my emails are linked to and delete my accounts, because I've signed up for things, I've like got free trials for things, I've been like pushed to sign up for something to access something else, and with data breaches and just things like that, I don't want these people tied to my email. I think you need to be a lot more responsible about your digital life and your digital space, so that's what I'm working on. I have a VPN. But yeah, I think we need to be a little bit more mindful. And the reason I say this is because when I think about how much clutter is on my phone and my laptop, if that was in real life, if all these were separate files, like paper files, I would be drowning in here. I would be like that scene with SpongeBob running around with everything is on fire. That is what I would be like in the physical space. Because it's in this digital world, we think we can just throw stuff around and it'll be fine. It does get overwhelming. It can cause procrastination, which it does in me. When I get overwhelmed, there's too much going on. One, it slows you down. It's inefficient, so you want to work on that. But two, it can really just overwhelm you, and you can reach a point of like, okay, well, I'm not even going to do this. Like, this is too hard. And that's kind of also how I approach digital declutters. I'm like, this is too hard. Pick one thing at a time, like your emails. You don't have to clean out all your emails in a day. You don't have to do it in a week. Maybe your digital declutter, you do something every month. it just matters. You know, it matters. So maybe prioritize what's most important to you, what is messiest, how much time you have to give to it a day, a week, a month, and just make a plan and get it done. And I promise it will feel so much better. I'll update you in a weekly vlog when I get mine all cleaned up, but I just cannot wait because it's a breath of fresh air. Anytime you declutter, it's just way easier on you. Don't underestimate it, is all I have to say. If you made it this far, let me know in the comments what your big issue is, like what you need to clean up the most or the messiest digital space you have. And if I missed something you think is really important, let people know in the comments. I would love to, I'll pin your comment. Like, let's let people know, let's share our journeys, let's share our experiences, and let's learn from each other. So, thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.